The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Griffin. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page in time.
He's got it inside the 30. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Wiggins. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. Punts it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. LSU quick to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. LSU will get a 1st down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Running back searching for a hole.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's got him in the flat. There he goes. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown LSU.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Jacksonville State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Gives it on the option. Still on his feet at the 25. Wide open spaces. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Red Raider. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacked on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running to the left. Turning it on. The 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Give him 88 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wiggins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Final play of the quarter coming. To the air on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls in the deep ball. Finds a seam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they tacked on the extra point. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. LSU right back to the line. They're testing the right side here. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Got it in the middle, it's Manning. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
From the gun, running back on the move. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Buys a little time with his feet. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to fire deep. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Trying the left side. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Breaks into the open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Griffin. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Tigers want to move quickly. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the 1st half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
A little screen to the running back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Get set, get set.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Wiggins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. late in the half. Here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Trying to impose their will with the run. Runs through the tackle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. The screen, and watch out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump?
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. LSU quick to the line. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The give to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, it's complete. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Leaves it with the back. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
They'll go to the ground. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hawkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Hicks. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. He makes a grab. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He'll keep it himself. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now on 2nd and goal. Try to march their way in. Touchdown, Red Raider. Great job by the back on the option. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. dive into the playbook here on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Looking to throw on 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They want to get this defense on its heels.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Running behind that left side. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Looks as if they'll go for 2 with the subtlety of a sledgehammer with all these big guys. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, that's got to sting. This returner wants to make a big play for his team, wants to make something happen. You don't get very many opportunities to do it in a football game, and he did the exact opposite. Created a huge momentum play for the other team. That one's going to sting a little.
A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they'll knock him down.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Red Raiders inside the final minute, trying to wind this clock to 0. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. They're going to throw it again from their own end zone. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Oh, and he can't get it out of there. It's blocked. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
They'll try to get the 2, knot this thing up, and maybe push us into overtime. Quickly complete. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the 4th. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they have one timeout left, but you got to go onside kick here. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really